Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to give you another lesson on how to cook with freeze-dried food. Today we're looking at some Prepper Shrimp Scampi foil packs. Let's check them out. All right, folks, welcome back. So being that it's rather new to freeze-dried wholesalers, I wanted to show you some stuff with the shrimp today. And one of the things I love doing is cooking when I'm in the outdoors or whatever in foil packs. It makes it very, very easy. You can even pre-make the stuff up and bring it with you. It's also an awesome way for emergency cooking. If you don't have pots or pans or whatever, and you have an open fire, you can do it. Now, we're going to be doing this over a grill today. I have my little indoor propane grill that we're going to be using, but you can do this over an open fire, over a little single burner, whatever you want to do, you can do it. So the first thing I'm doing here is hydrating, of course, the freeze-dried cheese tortellini and the shrimp. Okay, and the shrimp should almost be done. It's actually pretty ready. Tortellini takes a little bit longer. And we're going to add some stuff to it, both freeze-dried wholesaler stuff and some spices and stuff that are a good idea for you to store. I use all, dried stuff, like the minced onion, minced garlic, stuff like that. Very easy to store, doesn't need a specific temperature. And we're going to be using some of this cooking white wine to put in there too. So I'm going to show you how I assemble it. I want to give you a little bit of information on the shrimp. Now, first off, everybody's going to go there and tell me, oh, it's sold out. It is sold out, but it's available for back order. So it'll take you, instead of getting it in 2 days, it'll take you 2 weeks to get it instead, okay? They say allow 3 to 4 weeks. I found most of the time when I order stuff, it's about 2 weeks before it gets here. What he's doing is trying to build up his stock again. So when you see sold out but available for back order, you know it's okay to order, okay? It's kind of like doing a pre-sale, like how we do the pre-sales, where you order something and you get it in about 3 to 4 weeks because he has to make up enough to make sure that he makes it for everybody. So that may change as this video ages, but for now, it's on back order, essentially. And you can order it, and you'll get it in about 3 to 4 weeks, according to him. So you're going to get one bulk package of freeze-dried, raw, peeled, deveined, tail-on shrimp. About 3 ounces on the package. It's packaged for long-term storage, good for 25 years. Where else are you going to get shrimp good for 25 years? That's pretty darn cool. They're not cooked, so they're perfect to take on a hiking and camping trip or cook over a small stove or an open campfire. You can do these over a stick with coals. That's a neat way to do them too, without hassle, mess, and waste of having to lug around a cooler with a ton of ice. Also, you can stick them on the shelf and they're good in 25 years when there's an emergency. And if you like seafood and shrimp, you got to check out his seafood section because he's got a lot more stuff in there. So basically, you're going to rehydrate these with water and they'll be ready in a few minutes. As you can see here, it's probably been about 10 minutes and they're already soft and ready to be cooked. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set up the package. We're going to show you how I prepare it. Then I'm going to show you how I cook it, because this is super easy. And if you have some spices and some stuff stored away, along with your freeze-dried wholesaler food, which you should also have water and spices ready to cook, because remember, you're cooking this like real food, it's going to be super easy for you to do. So let me get the foil out here, and let's get started. All right, now, the recipe, you can go by specific, use 2 ounces of this, 1 teaspoon of that. We're not doing that today. I'm just going to eyeball this. It's just going to be for me, so no big deal. First thing I want to do and put on the bottom is the tortellini, and I'm not going to wring this tortellini out at all. I'm just going to put it in here because the steam will help hydrate it a little bit. Now, you can use anything for this. You can use rice. You can use mashed potatoes if you want, whatever. I'm just using tortellini because I didn't have any freeze-dried rice, and basically it's parboiled rice from freeze-dried wholesalers. And generally, I would buy my rice in bulk and just pack it. That's just me. So we're going to put a little bit of this down here, okay? Then I'm going to put my shrimp in. Now, generally, I'm going to leave the tails on because I think it looks better. I'm just going to put some in here like that. Real easy to do. And that should do it. You can also add any kind of vegetables you want to this or anything else. So that should do it. I'm going to give one more right in the middle there. So they're all kind of fit together there. First thing I'm going to add is a little bit of salt and pepper. And I use these little Tic Tac dispensers for my salt and pepper mix. So we'll just add a little bit on there. You got to be careful so you don't overload it. There you go. And a little bit of minced onion. And I love this kind of stuff because this makes it so easy. Now, I am going to take a little bit of freeze-dried wholesaler's onion for the bigger onion. And I'm not going to hydrate it because the steam from this will hydrate everything really well. So give it a little more onion taste to it. Okay, this is the stuff here. This is the freeze-dried onions. And these do hydrate very well. I'm just not going to bother with it because the steam in here is going to hydrate everything and kind of finish it off. Okay, there we go. Now the tricky part. This is really up to you. How spicy do you want this? I got a little bit of red pepper. You don't have to put this in if you don't want. I just put a little bit in, mainly for color and a little bit of taste. But as you can see, I'm real careful about how I add it. I don't want to burn my throat out with this stuff. That's good. I'll give it a little taste to it. A little bit of garlic salt. Okay. Again, you got to be careful with this stuff. There we go. You don't want to overload it. Okay. There we go. It kind of got stuck there. All right. A little bit of parsley. Again, really just for kind of color. There we go. Get in there. Okay. And lastly, the fluids. Going to be a little lemon juice. There we go. And lastly, some of the cooking wine here. Just a little bit for taste. That's good. You don't want to overdo it because you don't want the foil pack to leak everywhere. And that should do it. So now I'm going to set up my grill. I'm going to put it on this flat grill. You've probably seen it before. It has a burner on one side and a grill on the other. And we're going to try and cook it using that. All right, so I got the foil pack all folded up. Remember, when you're folding these up, you got to do them from the sides first so the fluids don't leak out. So I fold them up from the sides and I just kind of purse them on the top there. And that should be good. I do have a little bit of hole here where I can let a little bit of the steam out. And all in all, should be pretty darn good. This is almost up to temperature. It's getting there. So I'm going to put this on here for now, just to get it started. I'll bring you back once it starts sizzling and we know it's actually cooking. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can definitely see the steam coming out. It's starting to cook in there. So we're going to let it run for a little bit. I would say, I don't know. We're going to lower the heat a little bit because I really had it up high. But on a medium heat, I would say about 10 to 12 minutes. That should be good. So we're going to lower the heat a little bit on it, just so we don't burn everything in there. There you go. Now you can kind of hear it. And you can still see the steam escaping a little bit there. That's the way I know that it's boiling inside. And I'll bring you back once it's finished. We'll take a look at what we got, see how it tastes. So before we go too much further, I do want to give it a little check here. That's looking good. Look at that. That is looking awesome. Let's see how the tortellini are doing. I don't want to, yeah, that's perfect. I want to mix things around a little bit. There we go. Yeah, the shrimp almost looked done. So I'm going to give it a little bit longer. We're going to turn it down a little bit more. There we go. Cover it back up. That's the only problem with this is when you go to check it, you kind of mess up your seal on your foil. But yeah, it looks pretty awesome. So let's give it a few more minutes and then we'll try it out. All right, so I let it sit for a little bit just to kind of steam off. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That looks amazing. You guys see that? Let me bring it close to the camera without steam burning myself. That is awesome. So let's give this a try. First I want to try the tortellini. There we go. That was just, excuse my chewing. That is just the perfect amount of everything. Let's try out the shrimp. What was all that on my? Man, that is just perfect. A little spicy from the pepper, but man, that is so good. And you really don't need a lot. When you're cooking like this, anything you put on the bottom is going to infuse everything you see on top. So really, really came out awesome. Good stuff. So that's the easy way to cook over a campfire. Super simple. I could have just tossed that on top of a couple coals. Could do it over a grill. Could do it over a burner. Whatever you want to do. Even a single little stove. You can do it that easy and have a delicious meal. I mean, that is so good. Really tasty. Anyway, folks, that is the Prepper Shrimp Scampi foil pack, using mostly freeze-dried wholesaler stuff. And again, I tell you, folks, if you're going to store the freeze-dried wholesaler stuff, think of it as regular cooking. You're going to need your spices, your seasonings, maybe some white wine if you want to do this kind of stuff. Whatever, you're going to need that, as well as a good amount of water stored because you're going to hydrate the food itself. So I'm going to have myself some lunch. Don't forget to check his link down below. And again, if you see stuff that says out of stock or sold out of stock means it's gone. Sold out means you can order it, and it'll be there maybe in a week or two, maybe 3 weeks, but you'll still get it. And this is definitely the time to start doing that. Right now, it seems to be the calm before the storm. You know, the world's chaotic, but things are kind of calming down a little bit. Do it now before something big happens and we experience like we experienced the past year where he was out of stock for weeks at a time. So get your orders in, get it done, get it over with. Don't forget to check out all our other links down below, our Amazon affiliate store. Just bookmark that link and shop with Amazon with it. We really appreciate when you do that. The store has all the gear that I use in the channel as well. And our freeze-dried wholesalers link, we already told you about that. The link saves you 15%. No need to do anything. Click the link, go there, you'll save 15%. Our My Patriot supply link, that's preparewithiridium.com. Preparewithiridium.com. Lots of awesome food deals on there, as well as if you click the logo up top, you'll go into the main My Patriot supply link, and you will see all the other gear that's in stock in that store. We have a lot of preparedness-related stuff there, so check it out. And of course, our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. I thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go have me some lunch now. Stay safe and stay prepared.